previous video was about an online session that I took, which is suitable for a level 2 beginner, which would allow a person to sit in the Tantric Veerasana, which is the diamond pose, and also in the Padmasan, which is the lotus pose. These two postures, together being the foundation of Tantra, will help a person remain healthy throughout their life. So this video is also going to be about a similar online session which would help a person sit in these two postures, but this video is going to be slightly advanced. It will suit a level 3 beginner. So let's start.
In the first warm-up, 2 fingers distance between the 2 feet. Feet are parallel to each other. As you breathe in, you raise the heels up, raise the hands up, slowly stretch the spine as much as possible. Arms stretched up, arms touching the side of the head. Arms are slightly behind so that the spine is properly straight. Maintain with normal abdominal breathing, and we go on raising the heels higher. Go on stretching the spine more and more. Make sure that the arms are slightly behind and they are touching the ears. Arms are slightly behind, touching the ears, spine is straight. Raise the heels higher and higher. Abdominal breathing as you maintain. Try to put maximum weight on the toes. Try to raise the heels higher and higher. Go on increasing the intensity of the stretch as you maintain. Maintain for as long as you can. Go for minimum 30 seconds. If you have a clock in front of you or a watch, you can look at the clock or a watch and try to maintain for at least 30 seconds. Go for a last round. Stretch the spine up. Raise the heels higher. Total 4 rounds of this and maintain for at least 30 seconds or higher. Always maintain with abdominal breathing. And go on raising the heels higher and higher. You should feel the strain on the calf muscles. Padmasan stretch is done. Go for the second warm-up. Hands are at the level of the shoulders, palms facing in front, fingers stretched in all the directions, arms stretched sideways, eyes are closed. Stretch both the arms equally on both the sides as though someone is pulling both the hands in both the directions. Abdominal breathing, eyes are closed. Keep on increasing the intensity of the stretch. Go on stretching the arms more and more. Relax the arms when you can't bear the strain anymore. Then we go for next round. After the stretching, we will directly go for the dynamic variation of the chair posture. It's 2 fingers distance between 2 feet. We slowly breathe in and raise the hands parallel to the floor. And we breathe out, we fold the knees, we make the thighs parallel to the floor, keeping the hands parallel, back straight, make the thighs parallel. Slowly breathe in, take the hands sideways, put more weight on the heels, breathe out, take the hands up. Breathe in once in the hands up position, and breathe out, hands parallel to the floor again. Again, breathe in, hands sideways. Breathe out, hands go up. Breathe in the hands up position, and breathe out, hands parallel again. Third round, breathe in, hands sideways, put more weight on the heels. Breathe out, hands up. Breathe in the hands up position, and breathe out, hands parallel. Relax for some time. With every hand movement, adjust your posture and try to make it better. Try to make the posture better with every hand movement. We breathe in, hands parallel to the floor. We breathe out, fold the knees, make the thighs parallel to the floor, keeping the hands parallel, keeping the back straight. And then as we breathe in, we put more weight on the heels and we take the hands sideways, we straighten the back. We breathe out, take the hands up. Breathe in the hands up position, palms are facing each other. And breathe out, hands parallel to the floor. Make thighs more parallel, let the hands come parallel again. Then again, breathe in, hands sideways. Put more weight on the heels. Back is straight. Breathe out, hands up. Breathe in the hands up position, palms facing each other. Then breathe out, hands parallel, thighs more parallel. Again, breathe in, hands sideways. Breathe out, hands up. Breathe in the hands up position. Breathe out, hands parallel. Relax the legs for some time. Keeping the hips in front, hands go up and behind. Arms and head should come down together. And should remain together. With hips shifted in front, stretch down. Allow the palms to reach the floor. Slowly breathe in, straighten. We'll do the third variation of the chair posture. We keep both the legs together, knees are together, thighs together. Both the legs take support of each other. Put the hands, put the palms on the thighs. We fold the knees and we make the thighs as parallel to the floor as possible. As parallel as possible. Then we try to keep the body steady. We look up at the ceiling, joining the palms, opening up the chest, keeping the back straight, and putting more weight on the heels. We try to maintain by keeping the knees behind the level of the toes. Look up and do normal abdominal breathing. Maintain for 30 seconds. Relax. Open up the chest. Put more weight on the heels. We try to make the thighs more and more parallel. We try to maintain for 30 seconds. Even while coming down, the hips will be shifted in front. You're bending purely at the hip joint, and the back remains straight. Putting more weight on the toes. We breathe out. Head and arms come down together. Breathe out completely. There is enough distance between the two heels, either 12 fingers or 16 fingers distance between the two heels. Feet are turned outwards, knees are turned outwards. Place the hands on the thighs, make sure that the back is straight. Fold the knees such that the thighs become as parallel as possible. Feet are turned outwards, knees turned outwards. Try to straighten the back. Make the back as straight as possible. Once the back is straight, you bring the palms together. Back should be straight. Maintain with normal abdominal breathing. This is the first round. Maintain for 30 seconds. Try to keep the back straight. Try to turn the knees and feet sideways as much as possible. After 30 seconds, relax. Relax the legs for some time. For the second round, see if you can place the palms behind. If you can't, keep it in front only. Otherwise, you can try. Neck position is the same. Feet turned outwards, knees turned outwards. Palms on the thighs first. We first make sure that the back is straight. And then we release the palms. Either place it in front, or you can try placing the palms behind. Like this. Palms join together. Try to straighten the back. Maintain this for 30 seconds. Abdominal breathing. Because it is a bit advanced to keep the palms together behind the back. Yes, that is correct. That is very good for obesity also. The back namaskar, that is doing this. And opening up the chest. Thumbs are pointing, both the thumbs are pointing behind, fingers pointing up, thumbs pointing behind. Chest opened up, elbows sideways. Very good practice. Good for the shoulders also. Then in the final rounds, we can do the hand movements. That is the 4 position of the palms. Once you keep the palms together, then you take the palms towards the right side. Stretch the left arm as much as possible. Maintain that for 8 seconds. Then stretch the hands on the left side. Stretch the right arm as much as possible. The arm should touch the chest. Maintain that for 8 seconds. Then again take it behind. Maintain that for 8 seconds. With the Padmasan position, we do that. 8 seconds, palms in front. Palms in front for 8 seconds. Palms turn right side for 8 seconds. Palms turn left side for 8 seconds. Then palms join behind for 8 seconds. Back is straight. Then relax. We'll do Padmasan stretch one last time, but with the stomach vacuum. The final round of Padmasan stretch, 4 rounds, but we maintain with the breath held out. With the breath held out, we pull the stomach in nicely. Again, with the breath held out, you pull the stomach in and you try to stretch down by putting the weight on the toes. Hold the breath not more than 8 seconds. Whenever you release the posture, you first relax the stomach and then you breathe in and straighten the waist simultaneously. We'll do Veerasana. We'll start the sitting posture, Veerasana. Try to place maximum weight on the toes and the heels. For Veerasana, we bring the knees together. The big toes are together. The forearms should get a nice stretch. The heels are together, ankles together. Both the legs are basically touching each other. We try to place the perineum against the heels. Then whenever you release, straighten the legs. Move the toes a little bit so that you allow the blood to flow to the toes. Relax the toes. Then go for another round. Try to maintain for as long as you can. Knees together. Both the legs are together, ankles together, heels together. Place the perineum against the heels. The perineum portion should touch the heels properly. Proper weight falls on the toes, on the perpendicular feet. Thumb to the base of the ring finger. Folded fingers, folded wrist downwards on the thigh joints, elbows as so that the forearms and the wrist also get a nice stretch. So along with the toes and the feet, the wrist and the fingers are also getting a nice pressure because you have placed them on the thigh joint and you have straightened the elbows. Straightening of the elbows is important so that the weight properly falls on the toes. So that the proper pressure is there on the palms and the wrist also. Then you relax. Straighten the legs. Move the toes a little bit. Vajrasana stretching. proper side of the foot, knee and hips, the hips, the knees, the side of the foot with the side of the big toe should feel all the weight of the body. Try to bring the elbow down as much as possible, but in front of the foot. The palm should be in front of the foot, the back is straight, and the elbow should come down on the floor in front of the foot. Like this, not behind like this, but in front, so that proper weight falls on the knee, side of the foot. A nice compression on one side of the stomach. Same thing on the other side we do. Front of the foot. Every time you release the stretch of Vajrasana, stretch the ankles. There are two ways. One is the simple way. You simply stretch the ankles in front. Try to bring the toes close to the floor as much as possible. Then we maintain that for some time. Then we stretch the ankles towards us, towards the shin, as much as possible. Maintain that for some time. We stretch the ankles towards the floor. The better or the more advanced way is you place the fingers behind, fingers pointing behind, thumb in front. You put the weight on the fingers and the heels. You lift the body as high, you lift the hips as high as possible. And while stretching the ankles down, you try to bring the toes to the floor. Lift the hips up. Abdominal breathing. Maintain. Try to push the shoulders behind and maintain this position. Toes should touch the floor but maintain with abdominal breathing. Then the complement of this, you stretch the ankles towards the shin. You raise the hands up, breathe in properly and breathe out. Hold the breath, try to hold the feet. Keep stretching the ankles towards you. You'll feel a nice stretch behind the knee, at the back of the knee. Then relax. See if you can sit in Vajrasana proper, both the legs turned outwards. Bring the knees together. The feet are up slightly sideways. There should be enough gap. The heels should be apart so that there is enough gap for the hips to come down. You're placing the hands on the floor first, properly fingers on the floor. Then as you breathe out, you fold the elbows and bring the hips down comfortably with every exhalation. With every exhalation, fold the elbows, try to bring the hips down. Like if you're sitting in Vajrasana, you can attempt the forward stretch in Vajrasana. Try to bring the forehead closer, or mainly try to bring the chest close to the thighs. That is better. Like this. Keep the head up only and try to bring the chest to touch hands. Then you can attempt the backward stretch also, just elbows down. But when you get up, sit up in Vajrasana only, don't release the posture. Get up and you can also again attempt, try bringing the chest to the knees, chest to the thighs. outwards, heel to the thigh joint, hold the toe with the right toe held in the left palm from below like this, and then we try to press the right knee towards the floor. Yes, make sure good. It's coming close to the floor. Try to keep the heel as much close to the thigh joint as possible. Then the other thing is you bring the knee to the chest, keeping the heel fixed on the thigh joint. Bring the knee to the chest, then down. Then foot placed on the elbow like this, and we give it a rocking movement. Properly hold it below, from below like this, like a baby, and you rock it nicely outwards. Then we're done with one leg. We do the same thing, same three things with the other leg.
Then we can attempt Padmasan, which is the lotus pose. This is the proper method of making the legs flexible enough to allow you to sit in the lotus pose. So in the lotus pose, you can stretch in front. It's known as Yogasana or Yog Mudra. You hold the left wrist with the right palm, and you place the wrist on the lower back. Elbows are up. You breathe in. As you breathe out, try to bring the chin to the floor by bending at the hip joint. The elbows will relax on the thighs. If you're doing the backward stretch, first make sure that the knees remain down only, and then go behind. The knees should not come up. And if possible, try to lie down completely. Stretch the hands behind. Place the palms on the opposite shoulder blade with the forearms crossed. So this will stretch the intestine. It's extremely good for the large intestine. You stretch the hands up. You stretch the heels up. You raise the heels up as high as possible, and you also raise the toes up so that you walk on the balls of the feet. This will restore the original function of the knee joint, which is to bear the weight of the body. We have twisted the knee joint outwards. We have twisted the knee joint inwards. So the actual function of the knee joint is to bear the weight of the body. So we are restoring that by doing this. Then we do the complement of that, which is we raise the toes up, we raise the balls of the feet up, and we try to walk on the heels of the foot. This will avoid any injury that could happen because of the extreme twisting of the knee joint. So like I said, this was a sample online session. So yeah, I have started online classes, and if you're interested, you can just comment in the comment section below and just let me know, and I'll get back to you. I have started a few online batches. That's Indian Standard Time 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. and Indian Standard Time 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. If I get enough students, I'll obviously make more batches. So yeah, let me know in the comment section if anyone is interested in online classes, and then I can conduct the same for you. Thanks.